Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Star Wars Knights of the Republic. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's continue. First of all, let's talk to Johnny.
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan?
I was wondering if we could talk.
What is it you would like to speak to me about?
Tell me more about your past.
Well, I suppose I have not talked very much about the Jedi I met back home. They, all of them, were so very invigorating.
Why do you insist on spewing this trash at me?
What? You? Ugh, it is useless talking to you, it seems. Come back when you're more civilized, or when we have something to do.
Oops.
How may I be of...
I was wondering if we could talk.
What is it?
What are you thinking about?
I have been thinking much about our journey, and I am grateful and honored that you have accepted me with you. I am not used to such unbiased acceptance from one who is nearly a stranger to me. We KotOR do not make friends easily, or for long. Even on Dantooine, I remained alone. Not ostracized exactly, but separate.
I think I offended Johnny. Tell me about your people.
In truth, I have lived in the Republic too long, and I know little. I never met any others of my race other than my parents. But we are not diplomats. We do not deal well with groups. This situation is new to me. It is warming. I feel almost welcome. Needed. You seem to be very decisive when it is required of you. It is reassuring to know that I can count on someone like you.
We are all in this together.
Yes, and that is my point. I find it difficult to explain. It is so different from what I am used to. Just thank you for accepting me.
Okay. Let's check on this. Joanne has told you of how she idolized Jedi in her youth and dreamed of being a Jedi. It would seem that she has succeeded in her desire. Maybe talking to her later will reveal more about her past. Okay, now I need overview of history. I need to speak to the Sand people about history.
Oh, it's you again. I'll just let you pass. The boys in the office may need authorization in triplicate, but not me. Good hunting out there.
Okay. Super speed. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Mortal Kombat. Okay, let's do some plague and wound. Very nice. Nice XP. There's two suns here. You can see. I wish this night speed would be a lot more faster. Now with my improved Jedi weapon, with purple lightsaber on the right hand and on the left hand, short red one. Very nice, very cool. Okay, Sand People territory. Let's go. Now let's go to talk to the chieftain. Save.
Query. What do you wish to ask of him, Master?
I want information on the Sun People culture.
Protocol. This will be a very sensitive topic, Master. You will want to be careful with your questions or risk offending him. Not that that is much of a worry.
Tell me the history of your clan.
Translation. Translation. You have been told that to be considered worthy of hearing the histories, you need to bring him a dragon pearl from a great dragon. Translation. He says the discussion is closed until you fulfill this condition. He thinks you are just making fun of his traditions.
Here is a dragon crate, a dragon pearl.
Translation. Translation. He is stupefied, Master. He never thought you could return with such an item. Such a thing has not been done in many years. Translation. He will allow you to meet the storyteller, but also gives a warning. If you dare to repeat the histories incorrectly, you will be killed. Translation. The storyteller will be summoned to one of the rooms here in the enclave. He seems to think this is a great honor for you, Master.
Tell him farewell for now.
Translation. Translation.
Nice, more experience, and now I can talk to the storyteller about all the lore. Not here. Not here. Where is he? Here he is. Let's save. Let's check this. HK. Okay, let's talk to him. Storyteller. Compared to the warriors that you have encountered, the Sun People storyteller is relatively calm in his movement and speech, but he still regards you coldly.
Translation. He identifies himself as the storyteller, Master. He has been told of your warrior skills and will speak the history to you.
I'm honored. Ask him what he records.
Translation. Translation. There is only one accepted history, passed orally to each successive generation. Translation. A book or datapad can be taken away, cheapening the value of what it contains. To commit it to paper or storage is to remove it from the people.
What topics can I choose from?
Translation. Translation. You may choose to hear the history, or you may choose not to. Their history is a single entity that cannot be partitioned. Translation. The only exception is in continuing the tales once they have begun. If you leave, when you return, he will continue from where he left off.
Okay, begin the history.
Translation. Translation. It begins with the ancient times. They were not sand people, for there was no sand. The land was green with life, and they walked without wrappings. Translation. Though the land was beautiful, they lived apart from the land. They built their walls high and saw beyond the horizon. They dared to reach the stars. Translation. There are no words for how long ago this was. It was before the outsiders, before the abduction, before the cities fell, before the builders.
So So Tatooine was green with water once. Okay, I want to ask a question about what I've heard.
Cautionary. I should warn you, Master, that any questioning of their interpretation may be seen as trying to change the meaning of what was said. Clarification. They may consider this to be speaking the words in error, a blasphemy they would attempt to kill you for.
Okay, I want to ask about something about the ancient times.
Clarification. It would appear that they once had a thriving technologically advanced society, but were wiped out by a much more sophisticated alien species.
Is there anything in the galactic record that would verify this? Asking if these builders resemble any in the modern species? Can you clarify how long ago Tatooine was green with life?
Doubting. I don't believe he can, Master. Even if their stories are exact and unchanged, it is likely they were first told thousands of years after these events occurred. This has become very much like a creation myth for his people. There is no date. It simply was.
Okay, ask him if the builders resemble any modern species.
Translation. Translation. He only understands the builders as an iconic force meant to test the resolve of his people. He is not making sense, Master. Clarification. They claim their stories are repeated unchanged, but they have demonized these builders. In their minds, they wreak such havoc they could not possibly be flesh and blood.
Ask if they have an image we could compare with current species.
Cautionary. Master, this line of questioning may be interpreted as attempting to change the story. He may react poorly.
Okay, let's return to my other question.
Obedient. I will ask whatever you wish, Master.
Continue the history from where we left off.
Translation. Translation. His arrogant people touched the stars, and this sin drew the attention of the builders. The builders did not touch the stars, they lashed them to millstones. Translation. Great demons of metal stripped the world of its riches, until all that was left was the green of the ground. The great cities were lifted away. Translation. Those that had used the wealth were taken along with it. Transgressors abducted to serve past the sky, seeding the stars with penitent, adaptable slaves.
Okay, I want to ask questions.
Cautionary. Remember my warning, Master. They may consider certain questions to be speaking the words in error, a blasphemy they would attempt to kill you for.
Okay, so I think the builders were the same species that built the star maps. I want to ask about the time of enslavement.
Clarification. I believe they were occupied by this technologically superior species for a substantial period. Stripping an entire planet of usable resources would have taken generations.
How many of these people were taken off world?
Translation. Translation. He has no number. He claims that those that were taken were examples of the worst of his kind, arrogant and uncaring of the land. Doubtful. Master, this is just another distortion due to their demonization of the builders. It's like claiming an aspect of his people were taken, not actual individuals. Clearly, history has colored his view. Of course, only the inferior meatbags were taken. The remaining were his ancestors, after all. They must have been special.
Why would the invaders have done this?
Obvious. The same reason Zerka Corporation is attempting it now. Expanding empires need tremendous amounts of resources.
Okay.
Obedient.
Continue with the history where we left off.
Translation. Translation. There came a time when the builders were also judged for their crimes. After generations, a plague weakened them, and the time of the Great War began. Translation. The builders faltered, and his people realized why they had been punished, so that they understood the crime, and would now strike down the greater offender. Translation. They worked chaos in the machines, so they destroyed themselves. The builders fought back, laying waste to the green that had been misused with fire from above. Translation. Soil became glass, grinding to sand, but the fight was long planned, and his people were safe. Deep in cave homes carved from valley wall, they were free.
Okay, let's ask questions.
Cautionary.
I want to ask about the Great War.
Clarification. The occupying force suffered some sort of species-wide plague that lowered their numbers over time. His people used this extended weakness to sabotage their larger ships. The response of the builders appears to have been to lay waste to the entire surface of Tatooine.
How could they repel such a powerful species?
Doubting. They didn't, Master. They struck a blow. But the storyteller only believes they won because the builders were gone when they emerged from their caves. That does not mean they defeated anyone. It seems clear that the builders simply sterilized their problem and left. The enemy judged them not worthy to fight.
What kind of weapon could do so much damage?
Clarification. I may not have properly conveyed how long they fought with the builders. Given time, any number of armaments could destroy a world. Hypothesis. Perhaps this is another distortion. Their climate may have begun to fail due to their unrestrained development even before the builders arrived. Looking back thousands of years later, such a shift could easily be attributed to the much-hated conquerors.
How could they survive such an attack?
Hypothesis. If his people were moving away from technology for a long time under the builders, they may have had extensive cave systems that could grant shelter. I would also suggest that, given the evidence of the massive shift in the nature of their society, most of them did not survive.
Okay. Continue where we left off.
Translation. Editing, if I may, Master. This section of his tale details several millennia of the long walk, their nomadic wanderings as they accept their identity in a desert world. Rather than strain my circuits on his dialect, might we just assume there was much fighting over who has the biggest bantha and move on to more recent things?
No, I want to return.
Resignation. Very well, Master.
Several hours later, man.
Translation. The tribes spread far, distant from each other, but all as sand people and all cherished the land that remained. The sand would not be misused. Translation. Then machines fell from the stars again, outsiders like you that brazenly walked apart from the land. And greater still was the insult to come. Translation. These outsiders reminded them of their past transgression, of the time when they too walked apart from land. The outsiders, your kind, looked like their ancient abducted. Translation. So it is to the current sons that the Sand People hate all outsiders and give them no footing. You come again, time after time, adaptable slaves to the machine.
I want to ask about what I've heard.
Cautionary.
Okay. A long walk.
Impatience. Master, I refuse to inconvenience you with this. He spouted names of petty tribal fights in deserts so distant they might as well be across the galaxy. Really, Master, I'm sure it's important to him, but it has nothing of value that you could ever put to use.
We'll have to discuss his impudence, HK-47.
Agreement. Of course, Master. Just no more of their inane wandering.
Okay, want to ask about... let's return to the other question.
Obedient.
Continue the history we left off.
Translation. Translation. The tribes spread far, distant from each other, but all the sand people and all cherished the land that remained. The sand would not be misused. Translation. Then machines fell from the stars again. Outsiders like you that brazenly... Translation. These outsiders were...
Okay, you already said that. Is there anything further?
Edited. The last 1,000 years are full of conflicts with different groups of attempted planetary settlers, all of whom are poorly described, long dead, and likely untraceable. I believe I have truncated it down to the usable bits in what was already said. I hope it is enough, Master. Cautionary.
Okay, let's ask about the outsiders.
Clarification. They appear to hate humanity with a passion only rivaled by their hatred of the builders. For some reason, you resemble what they once were. Perhaps there is a lingering fear that you are their tainted selves returning from exile among the stars.
Is it physical or societal similarity?
Cautionary. Master, if you mean to suggest that humanity is ancestrally linked to ancient Tatooine, you will strain his belief system to its pitiful meatbag maximum.
Let's return.
Obedient.
Okay. I'll return later.
Translation.
Okay. Now that we heard all the history, let's save. And now, that's because I want the pearl back, and I want I think that all the walking a part of the land, not with the land, with the sand, all this bullshit, it's pretty hypocritical of him. And also I'm evil, I want some experience and all the loot of this space. So I think I'll just kill him and everybody here. So let's talk to him.
Query. What?
I have no further use of him. Then farewell for now.
Translate.
Okay. First of all, let's
What is it?
Johnny.
Ready.
What is it?
Johnny, let's use this.
Acknowledgement.
This. This.
What is it?
And this.
Master.
And this. And save. Now I have a lot of attack, a lot of defense, and I'm nearly next level. So let's kill him.
Query.
I have no further use for him. Kill him.
Agreement. My thoughts exactly, Master. One dead organic meatbag coming up.
I love HK. Okay, plague. Okay, HK. Let's throw a grenade. Throw a adhesive grenade. Just blast them. Use some stone ray. And I shall use some plague. some plague. Okay, damn it. This is very tough. Let's use some advance. This HK you can use repair. Use stun ray on him and kill him.
Combat mode active.
Okay, let me use utility. Let's use life support. And HK you can use advanced repair. Nice! Look at that! 600 Rayetos Gandrafi. 600 experience more and I have next level. Moisturized Vaporized Blaster Rifle, Durasteel Bonding Alloy, Heavy Blaster and Cray Dragon Pearl. That's what I wanted. That's like that, I want to give it to him, hear all the lore I can, gain some experience, and take it back. He doesn't deserve it. Does not deserve it.
What is it?
Okay, Johnny, you can use Force Valor and heal. Heal.
Ready.
HK heal over time. And I can collect all the Gaffy sticks. Collect all the Gaffy sticks and give it to Zerka. Okay, more grenades. More stuff. Let's use some force speed. Choke. Okay, collect all the loot. Let's see. I need 80 experience more. And let's check this Gaffy stick. 6 to 13 plus 5 attack. That can be good for Zalbar maybe. gaffy sticks for more money, more speed. More grenades. Let's use some and leg. Nice! Level up. Okay, here I've already been, so I don't need to look here. Kill the women and children. I hate them. Okay. Slaughter them like animals. Okay. More grenades. And let's go. Gaffy sticks. Is there something here? No. Okay, that's enough. Let's get back and level up. Skills. Okay. I want... Wait a minute, let's get back. Okay, skills. I want... Treat injury. Powers. Get 1 power. Okay, what shall I get? I can improve this to make choke. Continue the fog target for train, stunning, inflicting 2/3 of the attacking character's level in damage every 2 seconds for the duration. Okay, 2/3 of 14 is 28 divided by 3. It's 9.5, something like that. Okay, it's 9. So it inflicts 9 damage every 2 seconds for the duration of 6 seconds. The target also suffer temporary 24 seconds -4 penalty to constitution, dexterity and strength. Okay, it's DC is 5 plus attacking character's level plus attacking character's wisdom and charisma modifier. Result in no effect. Not affect droid. I think it is time to gain some drain life. This power allows the Jedi to drain the life of others to heal himself. 1 to 4 points are drained for every level of the character, to maximum of 10 levels. 10 to 4, 40 points. A successful fortitude is a DC of 5 attacking character level, but attacking character wisdom charisma. So 5 plus my level, so it's 14, 19, plus wisdom and charisma. Wisdom and charisma, so 19 plus 3, 22. Nice. And now, I have almost force points I have. 117 force points. 140 vitality. 21 defense. And now I can drain life. Very cool. So let's teleport back to the Ebon Rock. Let's go to the Zerka Corporation.
Greetings again from the offices of Zerga Corporation. Is this about bounties or something else?
I have coffee sticks to redeem for bounties.
Of course, you've done a good job for us and I'm happy to pay you.
I want to ask about the agreement.
You have fulfilled your end of the bargain, and Zerga Corporation is grateful. The Sand People will be less of a threat without their chieftain. I will, of course, continue to give you bounties on regular.
Okay. I have to go.
Farewell.
So again, more credits. Now we have 13,000. 30,000. So, think that's enough. Time to go to another planet. If I didn't miss something. Johanny, Kaf, Kandores, Geno Hardan, Radan, Bastila HK, Quest for the Starforge, Mission Brother. Yes, I've done all I can for this, for now. All I can for now, for this planet. So let's go to another planet. First of all, let's talk to Misha.
Hey there.
I want to talk about your brother.
Maybe if we get these tat glands for him, things will work out. Or maybe he'll finally see the light and turn over a new leaf. I know it's not likely.
Okay. Nothing of value to say. Let's talk to
Yeah, what do
Condoras.
you want?
Nothing. HK and there's nothing. Let's talk to Johanny.
Yes. What is it?
Is something wrong?
I have been bothered by something of late.
What is it?
I never told you where I came from, did I? Where I grew up as a child? I suppose I was trying to deny what I was feeling.
Are you hitting on me?
You self-centered fool. To think that I would desire to mate with one such as you, should that even be possible. You are the center of the universe. What does it matter if my homeworld was wiped out by your actions? Who cares if it is because of you that everyone I knew as a child is dead?
You mean?
Taris. It was Taris that the Sith destroyed to try to kill you and your precious Bastila. Taris, my homeworld.
I thought you hated your homeworld.
It was my home. If it were not for you and Bastila, the Sith would have never had reason to destroy that world. It was your fault for being there, and your fault for rescuing Bastila. Without your intervention, the Sith would have had no cause to lay waste to my childhood. Just let me vent my anger. I need someone to blame. Something. Anything. I hated that world. Yet everything I learned as a child, I learned there. It is as much a part of me as the air I breathe. I have this ache inside me, where all my childhood memories lay, and I find your face there with them. If it was not for you, that world would still exist.
I have no excuse. I did what I needed to do.
I know. I suppose I realized that. But it is so hard to lose your entire past. You would not understand.
You're right, I don't.
I suppose that is to be expected. Everything will turn out for the best, as long as we remain focused on our task. I am sorry. I will try not to distract you in the future with my trivial experiences. We should stop for now.
Okay, nice.
How may I be...
What are you thinking about?
Taris was my home for many years. As much as I hated it, it was still home. A rat hole, a warren, a paradise. I suppose you could call it all these things. For me, it was hell.
Life is hard. You can't blame everything on other people.
But it was precisely the people who made it so bad. To walk down the streets, to have people look at you in disgust, like an animal. Most did not know anything about me, but it was there, all the same. Because I was an alien. Because I was different from them. Frightening. I doubt any of them had even seen my people before. So they persecuted me. They looked down on me and my family. charged us more for food, would not let us walk their streets. They spat on us. You are human. You could not possibly know.
Well, you have to admit you are a freak. Humans can be just as cool as to each other.
That is true, I suppose. But it is much more obvious for someone like me. There were no other KotOR on Terrace. No one to talk to, no one to confide in. But you must think me weak for saying this. But I am strong enough to admit it.
Wait a second. Why are you telling me all this?
I do not know. I have been keeping it inside for so long. I thought you might understand. You do not seem to fit in exactly with the others. You are different. Maybe I am weak. To think that some stories of my stupid past could possibly interest you.
No, it is all right. I will be here to listen to you whenever you want.
I thank you. You are kinder than I would have expected to put up with me using you in this way. I hope that I will not use your time so badly in the future. Thank you.
Cute. Okay, so Joanne, you have learned a lot about Joanne's past now. She was in fact raised on Taris, the world which the Sith destroyed because of you and Bastila. Some of her bitterness may be explained now. If you ask, after she has calmed down a bit, she might tell you more. Okay, I want to check something. Check my powers. So that costs 20. That costs 10. And that costs 14. Let's talk to Bastille.
How can I help?
You look like you have something to say.
I do. I've been trying to come up with the best way to say this for some time, but I suppose I should just come out and say it. The truth is, I have come to depend on you. Not just for the sake of the mission, but for my own sake as well. I'm glad you're with us.
Is that a compliment for you?
Well, yes. Surely that's not so surprising.
It's just that you sounded so pained saying it.
Did I? I am trying to be sincere here. It occurred to me that I may have been too critical of you. Too demanding at times.
May have been?
I am trying my best. You're not making this easy for me, you know.
Your compliments need some work, I think.
I know my manner can be a bit taciturn. I know you must be getting sick of my lectures about the dark side and everything else. I spent all my years being hounded by my instructors, being told so often how gifted and important I was until I was sick of it. I remember when I was younger, I used to swear that I would never become as self-absorbed and stodgy as the Jedi Masters. It's ironic, really.
Don't forget edgy, critical, and overly secretive.
Yes, well, there's no need for you to agree so wholeheartedly. Being controlled has kept everyone around me at an arm's length. Even those like yourself who are most in need of my understanding and compassion. But maybe it's time to change that. You deserve to know how much I respect and admire you. I just thought I should tell you.
Oh, that's nice. I'm glad you did.
Well, that was not nearly so difficult as I feared. Thank you for hearing me out. I feel much better. But enough soul searching for now. We should probably continue on with our mission.
Okay.
How can I help?
So now Bastila has apologized to you for her earlier attitude and has admitted how much she respects and admires you as a person and a Jedi. Whether this will change anything between you remains to be seen. Okay, and I just remembered that I need to change my lightsaber crystals. Short. I want Great Dragon, +3 attack and +2 damage. That's better. So now I can give Bastila This +3 attack. And Johnny, Robot, and Wonder. And now I have a lot of attack and damage. Very nice. So now let's talk to Carl.
Yes, what's on your mind?
Do you want to talk? You got pretty upset the last time we spoke.
I'm not very good at this. I know I owe you an apology. More than one, probably. I was just so desperate to finally face Saul directly in the battle over Terrace. And now the Jedi have us looking for these star maps. I know this mission is important, it's just, I feel a bit useless. I mean, I can fight, sure, but I'm no Jedi. All this feels completely out of my league.
And how does that excuse your actions?
It doesn't, I know. It's been a while since I've even had to think about that sort of thing. I just hate not knowing what's going on and feeling this helpless. But I shouldn't have taken that out on you. I've been a royal pain in the backside, haven't I?
You sure have.
Well, I guess I should be at least a little pleased that I haven't lost my touch. So, I'm sorry. Will you accept my apology?
I don't know. Maybe you should work for it a bit.
Oh. Well, I don't know if I like the sound of that.
No need to start sweating, Carf. I was only teasing.
So you do accept my apology? Good, good. I'm glad. You know, you aren't so bad to have around. You know that.
I'm very charming, I'm told.
Well, more than that, but... Anyway, we should be off.
Carf. Carf has apologized for his previous behavior and has promised to try not to punish his current companions for the betrayal of people in his past. Whether he can accomplish his remain, let's see. Okay, that's enough for this time. Let's save. Virna, Shan, 22. Okay, thank you very much for watching. See you on the next episode. Bye bye.